The bypass risk assessment section of the bypass authorization form is displayed and needs to be filled out in abnormal situations, such as when your bypass duration is expected to exceed the mean time to repair, or when the bypass is being performed for a reason other than maintenance or testing. So for the bypass authorization, the bypass risk assessment, you're performing a kind of a checklist style abbreviated risk assessment that's appropriate for this type of activity. You begin with listing what the reason for implementing bypass is. You move on to analyze and discuss the hazard that the bypass instrument is intended to protect against, so you understand what could possibly happen as a result of that bypass being in place. Then we look at the potential consequences if the alternate protection plan fails. So what consequences can actually occur because you put something into bypass and the alternate protection plan failed to be able to return you to a safe state when it needed to. Then the next question asks about the causes or the initiating events that could cause the safety function that is being bypassed to be called upon to act. So you get a little bit better of an understanding of what you might need to be looking at as precursors to help in determining if an alternate protection plan is required and what that alternate protection plan needs to be. The next item down specifically talks about alternate protection plan in terms of whether or not it's required and then what would be contained in it. And then a yes or no checkbox on whether or not the risk of performing this bypass is tolerable. And finally, a listing of the team members who were in place when this bypass risk assessment was performed.